For a lot of kids, it's spring break this week, and other ones it's spring break next week. And we wanted to pick your brain a little bit. It can be really tough on the parents when there's downtime.
Downtime, that was what we wanted
Yeah,
to
I kept
talk
saying
about
it started with a
yeah.
D. What was it we were going to
Yes.
talk? This is how the brain downtime.
Because they seem to be a loss at what to do. They get bored.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a fact of nature. And I think sometimes it's just stressful for us because we think we have to plan everything and not let them
I
have
tend to
any
be guilty
downtime.
of that I don't, downtime I'm not comfortable with because
Yeah.
I'm so used to Wyatt being so regimented from the time he was very small and having a packed schedule.
Yeah.
So how do we deal with that downtime issue, Vince?
The first thing is, let me just paraphrase what you just said. Schedule, right? Make sure that the kids still have a schedule every day. Now, again, the schedule obviously different because they don't have school, but that they have a schedule. They have something to look to follow. They have something because their anxiety is going to be a lot less if they still know a schedule that they're going to follow. So lunch is at a certain time, breaks are at a certain time, video game time is at a certain time. We're going to go to, I don't know, favorite restaurant or go shopping, or we're going to go to the beach at a certain time. Whatever you guys put in there, we want to make sure that it's in a schedule so that they can go ahead and follow it, right? So then it's easier for you because you guys, now again, obviously for those who are on spring break this week, it's a little late, but for next week, if we can plan it ahead and review it with the kids, it not only reduces everyone's anxiety, right? Family anxiety and the child's anxiety, but it also gives everybody an opportunity to kind of think ahead of what are some of the different things that we can do rather than waking up on Tuesday and say, okay, what are we going to do today? Because that anxiety for the child is going to be great because you're right, their schedule is completely different. So their anxieties are going to be up, which sometimes mean behaviors go up, which brings our anxiety up, and we're kind of everybody's spiraling up with a lot of anxiety. So the biggest suggestion that I can give is to schedule it out, keep it on a schedule, have it a visual schedule for our kids to be able to see, because it is something that's going to be completely different, but yet mix in opportunities for, video game play and, board game play with people and, going on different outings and obviously bringing in their meal times. And then, depending on the level of kids or how old they are, also their chore time and, things that they might have to do as well. Or maybe we're going to go see grandma, we're going to go on a trip. Make sure that's in there so that they can predict it ahead of time. Because as we know, their anxieties go down the more they're able to predict what's going to happen next.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's true for all of us.
So keep a schedule, regardless of whether you're off or not. Make sure you have that, even if it's a leisure schedule, keep a schedule.
Yeah, and it makes up the different leisure times. I mean, I know sometimes, kids like to read, or they like to play video games, or they like to watch TV, or they like to listen to music, whatever it may be, again, bring in some of those things and let them enjoy them, but do it in a scheduled form so it's not just free access all the time, because then that could be overwhelming for them because there's too many choices.
Right.
But two, it keeps them in line, it keeps them predictable, it keeps them following the schedule, which they're already used to doing.
Okay.
I love what your friend Susan had been on the show before and said, she said pretty much the same thing, but she said, don't try to do too many big things all in the same day, that one thing a day is enough to do that's a big thing. So, not to plan to, go to a museum in the morning and a movie at night.
Right.
That has helped me a lot too, because I'll otherwise I schedule all these things on one day and then I'm too tired to do anything for 3 days afterward. So
you run out of things to do. You do it all in 2 days and you get, another 5 days to do something.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to say, we went to a great new museum in Los Angeles yesterday that I think Wyatt would enjoy, and I'll
what was
show
the
you.
name of it?
It's I think it's called the Museum of Illusions, and it's paintings, murals on the wall that look 3D. So you can take a picture with them and you look like you're 3D in the painting.
Oh, neat.
And I think Wyatt would really enjoy that. And we had a good time at it. It was very interesting. I'll show you pictures.
Okay,
during the
great.
break. Very fun thing to do in LA.
Well, you bring point real quick, Shani. There's so many different little things that we sometimes don't know. So it's really good to look at your local, reference guide, local tourists. I mean, I know we live here, but look at the local tourist guides, because they will bring those little gems of those little things up, little museums, little shops, little, maybe amusement parks, but not your big Disneyland or Knott's or anything like that, that we don't really even know are there. And they're wonderful. Our kids love them. And we have a great time because it's something that we've never experienced.
Yeah. We
Absolutely.
discovered a great museum on
What's
Saturday. It was the Camarillo Air Museum,
Ooh,
which
that
has
sounds
planes you can actually get inside.
good. Ooh.
Yes, and all kinds of vintage planes and an amazing exhibition.
Very cool.
Yeah,
so
and
how
him-
did you find that?
I had heard about it and seen the sign for it, and
Oh.
we decided to go on Saturday.
Very
And it was
cool.
they have a docent who leads you around.
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
you can. It's also a working airport, so you see airplanes taking off and landing, and helicopters taking off and
Very
landing.
cool.
So it's great for kids.
Well, I was going to say the way we found the Illusion Museum was if you go on Facebook and you click the events button, you have to look around on your Facebook to find it, but there's an events button and it will show you, there's one way where you can see events that your friends are going to, that they've clicked that they like, and I always find something that I didn't know about. So that was how we found it, was that somebody I'm friends with said that they were going to the museum today, and then I clicked on the website and saw that it was open all the time and that we could go yesterday. So I love that events tab on Facebook, because what it does is it filters for me people that are like-minded like me, that are my friends, things
Right.
that they're going to.
Right.
And other times there's recommendations that they've said, oh, this was great or whatever. So I love that idea, Vince.
Little festivals and concerts and at the park movies and off the beach movie, all those little, one time a year type of things that happen. And those are great because not only the kids will have a great experience, but the whole family will as well.
Absolutely. And those kinds of things, I always see that you if you do one of those, like the Camarillo Air Museum, and then they remember that. And I also love it because when they come back from spring break, they say, what did you do at your spring
Yes.
break? And to be able to say, I went to this,
Yeah.
solidifies the memory for the kids.
Yeah.
I love that.
Some activities.